Hey y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. There was some question about the way that we gathered the information that we used for our pellet testing, and I just wanted to real quickly go over how we gathered the data, what exactly the data consisted of, and how you can see how we scored it. So the first sheet we're going to look at is going to be the cardboard penetration test. You'll see a number of sheets that the pellets penetrated and a score given to them, 10 being the best and 3 being the worst. And if there was a tie, then we gave both those pellets the same rating. Five-shot grouping measured in thousandths of an inch. We threw out the one flyer, which would have been the farthest from the center of the group, and then measured outside to outside distance to see what the group distance was on the other remaining four shots. Now, the next page will be where we figured a way to measure the wound channel made by the pellets. I used a modeling clay so that I would have something that would have a very consistent density. And then I used a thin piece of corrugated cardboard to sort of act as an animal skin that was wrapped around the clay. The first page will show the depth of the wound penetration. The next page will show the width of the wound channel. The next sheet will show the results from randomly pulling 10 pellets from each package and weighing those pellets. And we gave a deduction for each pellet that was plus or minus 2/10 of a grain above or below the advertised weight. The pellet that had the fewest pellets outside that range got the high score of 10. The pellet with the most pellets outside that range got the lowest score of 3. Now, this last sheet will be the final scoring for our results on the data gathering on the 8 most popular pellets in my area and the easiest to get in my area, readily available, I guess you could say. Still had to order some of them from Amazon, but most of them I could find here locally in Walmart's or outdoor sporting goods store. There is one extra line of data on this that we have not shown yet, and that is damaged pellets. When we weighed the 10 pellets of each group, any of those 10 pellets that we found any significant damage on the point, the body, or the skirting of the pellets, we counted as a damaged pellet and removed 1 point from each pellet score for any pellets that it had that were damaged. All right, guys, there you have it. That's all the data that we gathered in our pellet testing. And the best way I could describe of how we gathered it and how we scored it. Really enjoyed doing this test. From the get go, just looking at the pellets, the pellet that I thought would finish the best, it did. That was that H&N Hornet. I like the looks of that pellet with that brass tip, and it's got good mass, and it flies pretty good. I really thought that pellet would do well, and it did. The pellet that came in second that I thought would not have done well, and I had a lot of people tell me that I was going to see bad results from, was the Crossman Power Shot. That little pellet flew true. it had incredible penetration because of that little pin pellet that comes out whenever it hits. It slides out of that plastic case. It really, really went well all the way through the cardboard, all the way through the clay. As a matter of fact, in the clay, it was the only one that came out the other side. So the little Crossman, it shocked me. There was some other pellets that I thought would have done really well that didn't do really well. And you'll see that in some of the results, some of the accuracy results. I questioned them, but I didn't go back and redo them simply because I wasn't having a problem shooting any of the other ones. So I accepted them as truth with 10, and that's why I decided to take out that one flyer out of each pellet, so that if there was a variable of my shooting ability, then that sort of narrowed that down somewhat. But when I shot all of these and shot them 5 times, there was only a couple that we had accuracy issues. I could, if I'd have been shooting all over the place with all of them, then I would have said, yeah, it would probably have been my shooting. But I didn't have that issue, so I think this proved out pretty well. And I hope to do some more stuff like this soon in the future. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Hey y'all, if you don't mind, click subscribe, and if you like the video, and click the like button. And we appreciate every one of y'all, and hope to see you in the next video. It's the Fat Man. I'm gone.